Carol Costello. Thank you so much for joining me. Later this morning, President Obama will make a last-minute appeal for health care directly to you. A White House official tells CNN the president will, quote, cut through all the noise coming out of Washington and tell us exactly what we will get when those exchanges open next Tuesday. Joining me now, Amy Kremer, chairwoman of the Tea Party Express, and Jason Johnson, HLN contributor and political science professor at Hiram College. Okay, so Jason, the president says he's going to cut through all the noise. And as we know, opinion polls say almost 70% of Americans don't understand what Obamacare is. So what can or should the president say to, quote, cut through all the noise?
Keep calm, everything's going to be fine. That's really all he can say. That's all he can say, because there's no way that the president can outdo the carping on the left, the carping on the right. It's confusing. At this point, he should say, look, this is going to become a law. I'm listening to the American people. If you guys don't like this by next June, fine, we'll talk about it again. But trying to sell it now is preposterous at this point. It's going to become the law next week, and there's no way in heck that he can clear up all the nonsense people have been hearing for 2 years.
What should he have been doing?
I don't think he could do anything better than what he has been doing.
Oh,
Look,
come on, Jason,
seriously, because there's legitimate evidence on both sides. The Republicans have some legitimate points about the impact of jobs, the negative impact that the Affordable Care Act can have, and the Democrats have made some legitimate points about people being covered. Both of those things are true. So you can't sell people on something they haven't experienced yet.
Yeah, okay. I think he should just keep quiet about it, because, I mean, you know, he's already made promises that are not being kept. You can keep your doctor, you can keep your insurance. You know, every family's, it's going to $2,500. He just needs to keep quiet, because there's a lot going on, and we need to let it play out. But I do think it's good the American people are having this debate.
That's supposed to, I mean, a major portion of his plan is going to go into effect Tuesday. Those health care exchanges are going to start up Tuesday. Nothing Congress can do about that right now. Somebody's got to explain to the American people how this works.
Look, I'll say this. No one's focused on the fact. Everybody's talking about the Republicans and, you know, this defund effort, and we do want to defund Obamacare. I mean, the Democrats, 40-something Democrats in the House of Representatives voted to delay the employer and individual mandate. I mean, there have been delays for big business, you know, government special interests. Why not give the average American, the middle class, a delay as well? Let's delay this for a year.
Why not sit down and say, hey, how can we make this law better? Since it is the law of the land. Let's all sit down and decide how it can be better. Why not do that?
Carol, I think there are many people that have wanted to do that, but it's like the president and Harry Reid are holding this like a baby and won't let go of it, because it is his one signature thing he's accomplished.
But they have tweaked the law. They have made changes.
Well, I mean, I think it's bad policy. Polling shows, just Pew Research this week, Americans don't want it. We're turning into a part-time economy. I mean, 77% of the jobs that have been created are part-time because of this law.
Well, let me add something else to the mix, because I just interviewed the CEO of Target, right? And, you know, he's worried about the economy. He really is. It's affecting his business. But what he said to me, Washington has to get its act together and come up with a cohesive plan. It's really the bickering going on in Washington that's affecting the economy. So when Ted Cruz does his faux filibuster, business people look at that and say, they're never going to get it together.
But you know what? The American people wanted to have this debate. We never had this debate because Obamacare was crafted behind closed doors, shoved down our throats.
It was in Congress. This is not hidden in behind closed doors. And every time we have these fights, it threatens the economy. Do you know how many people all over this country right now are terrified because of the potential of a government shutdown?
And this argument that we should defund
doesn't end up helping our overall economy, and that's where the problem is.
July 26th of this year, the Washington Post had an article straight from the White House that they were threatening to shut down the government if the sequester was not rolled back. We were going to end up at this shutdown position regardless.
It doesn't matter who's in favor of a shutdown, Democrats or Republicans. It just matters that they need to sit down and stop talking about a shutdown.
Yeah,
but anyway, I wish we could go on.
We're not talking about it.
Amy Kremer, Jason Johnson, thanks so much.
Thank you.